Billingham Stars TV, welcome back to the channel for another player interview. We're here on Facebook, Twitter, Threads, MySpace, Bebo, the whole shooting match, including Microsoft Messenger and all that jazz. Keeping up with all the latest news with your Billingham Stars, and delighted to have another player coming back for the new season. And to welcome return to 15, Chris Sykes. Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, Craig. Nice to be here. Finally, it seems to have took a long time to get in contact with certain people, but it's nice to be here finally now.
Well, yeah, but we'll start with that because for people who don't know, you've had a couple of things going on. You've had an addition to your own team in Team Sykes, and Poppy came in last week. To yourself and Rachel, many congratulations on that. And how's being a dad suiting you?
Yeah, she's 8 days old today. It's an amazing feeling. Something I think you see when you've not got children. It's something you don't really think about. But now she's here, it's one of the most amazing feelings ever. And just brings me and Rachel closer and closer together every day. And seeing family and stuff around it. I was lucky enough to have my parents up here, her parents as well. It's been really nice. It's certainly the new kid bubble kind of thing, but it's just amazing feeling. It's really good.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic when we got the news last week. So again, congratulations to everybody
Thank
from
you.
the club, and to you and Rachel, and welcome to Poppy as well. We'll see her along at the forum before too long, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
You talk about obviously coming back to the Stars for the new season. We've been talking to the guys as they've kind of been signing up for the campaign. Last year was a really good season for Billingham, continuing where we left off with the playoff final of 21-22, and then kind of continuing that progression, second in the league, fantastic cup final, and continuing that momentum.
Yeah, I think Billingham, since I joined 7-8 years ago now, I think it is. We've always been there or thereabouts. In the last few years, we've felt like we're getting closer and closer to that silverware. I spoke to a certain few of the lads like over the summer and stuff, like over the years, even this summer, we're ready to go at it again. And like everyone always going for the trophies and the cups and things, but to get to semi-finals, to get to finals, you have to be at the dance. So we've been doing well to get there. We just need to get over the line. We were heartbreaking away against Solway in the cup, but I'm sure not far around the corner, Billingham will be lifting some sort of silverware, hopefully this season.
Yeah, and again with the guys we've been talking to, it's kind of that the way the season ended possibly wasn't how you wanted it in the playoffs in Altrincham, but there's kind of that unfinished business mentality to come back in September and kind of pick up where you left off in the league season, and we'll talk about it in a minute, but the league is going to be wide open this year.
Yeah, losing playoff finals and cup finals, winning's great. Winning's what everyone wants to do, but losing's learning. And we'll come back this year knowing what it feels like on the other side of a win or a loss in a final, and hopefully we'll be on the winning side this year, and we can learn to win that way rather than losing in those specific games. But bringing the team together that we're putting together, hopefully we'll be in and around it again this year. As everyone spoke about and stuff with Solway leaving, the league's blown wide open, but we want to be the guys that are in that league that people want to beat, but we also want to turn up and prove a point that we should be at the top of that table.
Yeah, and in terms of the squad coming back to Billingham, possibly the one major loss of Finn Braden, but it's going to be pretty much the same guys as last season. And we spoke about it many times in post game last year how close the group was last year. So to basically run it back with the same guys is going to be huge.
Yeah, definitely. Finn's a young kid who last year just shone in certain games and certain times and did a brilliant thing in season. And I wish him all the best at Leeds. I hope he takes that league by storm as well and continues to grow or flourish in his career. Obviously, we have to think about ourselves as well. So hopefully, we can find someone that might replace him, or not replace what he does, but replace what he might bring and stuff. And hopefully, we'll build a team good enough that'll challenge for certain titles and stuff and trophies over the year.
And say replacing Finn's goals and points, we talked about before we started recording. It's something you've done since day one arriving in Billingham. You've always been putting the puck in the net, racking up the points, and we talked about there's a couple of milestones on the horizon possibly this season in terms of 400 league points and 500 total points for Billingham. So obviously it's a team game, but the personal records must mean a lot to be able to do that year after year and keep producing for Billingham Stars.
Yeah, I mean that's my game. I'm not perfect defensively. I know that I'm quite open about that. But some games, the close games, I feel a lot of pressure on my shoulders because I feel like I need to do something, or help the team in the way that I feel like I can. The personal points and the goals and things like that. Yes, obviously, anyone who said no would be silly. But if I can get those points and win trophies, it's everything that everyone wants to do, team wise or personal wise. But if I get those personal points and we win a trophy, I'll be happy either way. I just want to make sure that what I do is something that benefits the team, whether it's penalty killing, power play, or scoring goals or whatever. I just want to make sure that I do what I can, especially like as I've got older, and I'm one of the older guys on the team. It's just something that I want to make sure that I do properly so that the younger lads don't think I'm just there just to score goals or anyone really. I want to make sure that I'm there for the team, and the personal stuff will come along with that. As the years have gone by, I'm naturally gifted in front of the net, hopefully scoring more goals this year. But at the end of the day, it's 2 points on the board for Billingham, and moving up that league table is more important in a way.
Yeah, and we briefly mentioned it before, the league table this year. Then one massive loss to the division is the Solway Sharks. They take their chance to move up to the national division, which of course we wish them well. They've proved to be the class of the league for the last few years. But it does mean that it's wide open for any club in the division to kind of to take control with both hands, and the silverware is there to be won.
Yeah, the league will be very, very good this year. Hoping every team comes week in, week out, and you have those good games. Solway have been levels above, regards to coaching and team and everything from bottom upwards. They've been really good for the last few years, and I think they deserve a chance or a shot at the NAHL National League. And I wish them all the best as well, from a player's point of view. It'll be nice not playing against them, in the sense that we might get more of a chance in our league. We've been there, we've been right behind them, we've pushed them in cup finals, we've been right against Solway, and I know them going opens our league, but it's still the league that we want. So regardless of Solway going or not, it's a title that's there, and why not us? There'll be certain teams we don't know stuff about. There'll be teams that we do know stuff about. The ones that are always near the top of the league, but we have to turn up week in, week out and play our game and worry about what we can do, and play our hockey the way we do it at Billingham. And end of the season, I think we'll be close, if not top of the league.
Yeah, and one of the things you talk about the kind of the play your hockey, and one of the things the successes off the ice last year was the winning record at the Forum brought the fans in, and the crowds grew throughout the season to the point where the last 3 or 4 games were pretty much sold out, and hopefully with the way the news has been kind of drifted out through the summer, keep people engaged. We can start on September with this new exciting division, with more exciting hockey, and keep the fans kind of starting at that high level that we had at the end of last season.
Definitely. I think the fans are a massive part of any sport, and they're massive in Billingham. For us, the lads, when we go out and see that the stands full, it makes the game better. It makes it more fun and enjoyable. Just looking back to Solway away in the cup semi-final, sorry, they were amazing. Our fans away, we were sat underneath them in the change room, and the floors were bouncing, and it made us inside. It gives you that jump, it gives you that edge. And it's something that any sports person likes to see, like fans chanting and things like that, singing songs, whatever it might be, holding banners up, waving flags, a drum, whatever it might be. All the players love stuff like that because it makes the sport more integrated between fans and players, and it's just much more fun when the rafters are full and stuff. It's a lot better to play that way.
Yeah, and with the way the Forum is, it's obviously that small, compact, just on the one side. When it's full, it kind of the noise really comes down onto the ice, doesn't it?
Certainly, yeah, because it's the way the rink is, it's directed straight at us, and certain times even the guys who sit at the front and there's a face off, you hear certain little shouts and things, and it gives you a little jump up and makes you think, yeah, I'll do this, yeah, I'll do that, and you're in the game, you're in the zone, but you do hear those noises, you hear what they say, you hear what fans do, so if we can keep that going, that'll be really, really good, and keep the fans engaged and maybe run some sort of competitions. I don't know, like draw your favorite player, something like that, and we'll do some competitions this year and try and integrate them. That'd be great for everyone involved with the club, I think.
Yeah. When we've been doing these interviews with the players, we've been kind of asking them what their summer involves. Obviously, given who's arrived in the family the last week or so, your summer might have a bit of a different slant to a normal Chris Sykes summer.
Yeah, I play football with the boys on a weekly basis. I always organise that for summer. And try and keep everyone integrated myself best I can to try and have a game of football because I do like playing football. Golf, I was playing golf quite a bit with, I know Jam and Preston have mentioned it quite a lot of their interviews, but that's going to take a back seat now. Obviously now being my first time dad with little Poppy and looking after her, spending a lot of time with Rachel. I couldn't think of a better way to spend summer, to be honest. Summer barbecues and parties and just letting Poppy see the world and stuff like that. I'm just looking forward to spending time with them. And then when hockey season comes and, when hockey starts, having little Poppy and Rachel in the crowd and my family, it adds something to it. It makes it feel really special. So this summer's going to be a good one, hopefully.
Yeah, no, it sounds fantastic, and so we'll look forward to getting back into the forum sometime, possibly end of August, get the training underway, and then the season starts. It's already been announced by the time we're recording this, the pre-season Whitley home and away, just a nice little curtain raiser just to get things going, beginning of September, and then get the guys back together and see what this new season can bring.
Definitely. I think pre-season friendlies are always fun. Depending who you play, sometimes they're a bit dull or whatever. But playing someone like Whitley, who's a rival and someone that we want to see what they've got, they want to see what we've got, and how the season pans out. Because arguably, we are probably the two biggest teams in the league. So it'll be a test for sure. And I'm sure up there they'll be sorting out their team and doing what they're doing. But again, as I said earlier on, we're concentrating on what we can do, what we're going to bring, and how we're going to play, and we'll be the force this year. Hopefully, come the end of the season, as I say, we'll be the guys on top, nobody else. So that's the aim.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, once again, welcome back to the Stars for the new season. Congratulations on the arrival of Poppy, yourself and Rachel. Enjoy the summer, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the forum really soon.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.